Hey guys, welcome to another Iron Mike GT Sports stream. This is the Nations FIA Cup. I think it's round 8, I'm guessing, at Catalunya. Group 2 cars, 18 laps, and soft and medium tyres available. Just going through the qualifying very quickly, if you don't mind. I try to get out quick to get ahead. I actually didn't think this was a race to start at the back, but I was considering it, and yeah, I found myself in 9th place here. I really like to be at the back and just watch how other people go, so I wasn't happy being sort of in the middle of the pack, so I thought I'd have another shot, and that way I'm a bit behind. I can see people starting to put in some times, and before I cross the line, putting in a time, I can then decide whether or not, if the times are looking really good, then I'll just back out and start at the back. So this is the second race with adjustable, tunable cars, I guess. The first one was manufacturers at Big Willow last week. And now this race, of course. So I set this Motul, that's what I meant, the Motul. I set the car up to what I was happy with. I didn't want to go all out 100% and yet be very unstable. I wanted a car that had some stability. There is a lot of corners on this track, only a few long straights, so I wanted something that could handle the corners well and look after the tyres. So you can see people putting down times now, so I'm eyeballing them, and at a certain point I thought to myself, looks like the average time is about 1:37, I think at the time I was thinking, or 38, which I thought was beatable basically, so I thought I'll continue on. It's not easy to do a lap while watching these qualifying times pop up, and third place so far, so just making the beating the time clock for another lap. So here I thought I'll just throw everything at it. I'm in third, I know I'm in fourth now, fifth. If I go off track and lose it, no big deal. I've got nothing to lose here, so just throwing everything at it. So it looks like everyone else has pretty much finished their qualifying. It's just me and one more car to go who doesn't improve. And so let's see. Second place. My nerves were racing. I was so nervous. Before we get started, I had the impression this was a soft and medium required race. I could be wrong, but I'm starting to think maybe it was a just soft only required race. Starting to see a few names again that I haven't seen for a while, a bit like Doc Pops. Very surprised to find myself up the front. Smooth Trail I haven't seen for a while. Now my DR is slowly going up. I'm starting in this race. I'm at about 23,500 points, which is pretty much up at the highest I've ever been. So for me, I'm racing against people who are at a higher category than what I'm generally used to. Traction control 1 for the start and throughout the race. Brake balance 3. I was practicing during the week with brake balance at 4, but I found the back end was just getting a little bit loose, so I just brought it up to 3. And the fuel, there is heaps of fuel. I did try during the week to set up the gears to be fast, but also to just consume as much fuel as I could. Now that's, I'm going to call him Chima, could be Seema or Kima. Gets a bit loose, so I'm in first place. I couldn't believe it. Lap 1 in one of the highest lobbies I've ever really been in, and I'm in first place. And I could see in my rearview mirror people just slowly dropping back, so I started to wonder whether or not my gearing is just spot on. And like I said before, my nerves were racing, so even around here I just usually normally lift a bit and then accelerate, but here I was sort of tapping the accelerator. I just wanted to keep going as fast as I could. This felt so slow, this corner. So starting on softs, up the front, I thought I'll start on softs. Yeah, they're going to wear a little bit quicker, but I thought I'll start on softs and try and get away. And if not get away from the whole pack, at least maybe the top 5 or 6 might get away. Break away and set myself up for the whole race. Top end speed I was relatively happy with at the end of that straight, just getting over the 280 k's an hour, braking quite nicely to make that corner, trying to take care, being nervous still, trying to be careful around that corner, not overcook this corner, and being careful of the back tyres, making sure I don't push it too hard. Down in second gear, trying to be careful again, and then unsure whether or not this is third or second, so being careful with it and taking a third. And you can see I've got a bit wide there, got to be so careful. I kept telling myself, you know, the easiest way to lose time is obviously to make mistakes, so I was just trying to get back to basics, stay calm, hit my break points, and try not to focus on the pressure behind. Occasionally I'd see the cars behind catching and then dropping off, and catching and dropping off. So the longer this was going on, I was just slowly getting a little bit more comfortable. Oh, that's right, my wheel. My wheel just lost calibration. Then you can see I just turned that corner a bit odd. So my wheel is actually at 1 o'clock at the moment. It's been happening during the week. And so you can see here it kind of affects my steering. My brain had to recalibrate as well. And but luckily during the week as I was practicing, it happened to me. And I've worked out that if I pit, I've got enough time to pull the USB plug, you know, my steering wheel USB, and plug it back in and let it recalibrate. I've got enough time to do that. But at the moment, and I think here, it recalibrates the other way. So not 1 o'clock now, it's at 11 o'clock. It was frustrating. So I'm racing now with my wheel not right. So you might notice my steering inputs aren't the best at the moment. I'm trying to get used to it, because you naturally want to straighten up your wheel. And that's caused me pretty much to lose places. But I seem to, as long as it doesn't get any worse, that was the biggest fear. Because it can get worse till I'm almost at 9 o'clock. But so far so good. And Wacker, who's in second place, half-second penalty, so try and keep up with him. think I might need to open up my wheel again. So even there, you know, just oversteering it because I'm forgetting that my wheel is not straight. So to try and picture what's going on, imagine your hands at 9 o'clock and 3 o'clock. My hands are actually at 8 o'clock and 2 o'clock, going straight. So Wacker's paid his penalty, and I did find he was pretty clean. Didn't cause any trouble there. I'm just hoping that my wheel isn't slowing me down too much to cause him a hindrance. Now this, I was quite surprised at this. He's quite close enough now to be, he's obviously in my slipstream. I thought he would be getting ready to overtake, and yet I'm going faster than him. Split time is growing, so his top end speed mustn't be that high. The points for this race, the top 4 drivers are over 100 points. So right from the beginning I thought, well, top 4 is over 100. I didn't think I'd even be close to the top 4. During the week I was practicing and was feeling okay, but I did hop in a lobby the other night with some Japanese guys, and I started at the back and I stayed there. I was wrestling with this track and not enjoying it, so I must admit this is the second race of the day. I missed the first one. I got home minutes late, so getting to second race, so I wasn't really looking forward to it. I thought it was going to be a nightmare and did momentarily consider not doing it. So it looks like I'm slowly catching this Jima. You'll see his back end looks pretty loose, and I thought maybe his car setup isn't as stable as mine, and so his tyres are wearing a bit extra. I did wonder whether or not he's on mediums, but his race pace is pretty good, so I thought, well, maybe it's just softs wearing pretty hard. Like there, that's not looking good. So I guess at this moment I'd be just eyeballing his instability in corners and trying to put him under pressure, of course, pressure him into a mistake, trying to read, is he running wide on corners like this? So next corner, would I expect him maybe to go out wide, and therefore should I tuck in and stay tight? So we'll see how we go here now, speed difference wise. Yeah, I'm catching him. But not enough to make a pass. I mean, this is good battling, but oh, that's not good here. I thought, well, he's going to go out wide now. His tyres are dirty, but he gets a bit loose. Does okay in the corner, but now he's got a half-second penalty, and my wheel is still off centre. So this race is looking like a blessing, and it's also a nightmare. This is just letting Wacker catch us up. And I'm back in first place, I can believe it. I must admit, like, up till now I'm sort of not aware of every lap I'm on, but it felt like it was getting close. Tyre wear didn't seem too bad during the race. During the week in practice, it felt like it was pretty harsh. In the race, it was doing okay. So I'm just itching for a pit stop, and I think it's on this lap I decided I've really got to pit. My tyres are wearing, my wheel's out. It can only get worse. If people pit, they're probably going to undercut me. So I decided this was my in lap. Yeah, once again, I just thought maybe my gearing is just spot on. I just couldn't believe that I'm in first place, and cars in my rear view are just slowly getting smaller and smaller. Just it blew me away. Like I said, the top 4 points are over 100, and I'd be looking in my rearview mirror and I can only see 3 cars, so I was thinking there's a good chance I'll be in the top 4, getting into those pits carefully. Now, I thought this was a soft medium race required, but I have seen other people race and they're just going soft, and so I'm wondering whether or not I've just misread that maybe you don't need to put on mediums. The GT Greener, he's put on mediums. I'm still, as I'm recording this, I'm still unsure. But the softs, to me, they can do 9 laps. So if my wheel behaved itself, so during that pit stop I actually disconnected my wheel and reconnected it, so I'm on mediums now. And Chan Vakonda, thank you very much for letting me pass. He probably knew I was up the front. I can only guess he's got worn tyres. But on fresh mediums, I had to try and make the most of him letting me pass and get away. So from first place, pitting, oh that wasn't good. It was not good at all. Now I've got traction control 2. I think 1 actually. I think I moved it to 2 because of that, or did I do it before and I've missed it? No, here we go. Traction control 1, and then I'll move it to 2. That was a scary moment. So this is Chima, oh Wacker, sorry. Or was it Chima? I think it was Wacker. So it looks like I've undercut them. I was in first place anyway. So, oh my god, the top four guys, I'm assuming that they haven't pitted yet. You can see in the rearview mirror there's Chima and Wacker. It looks like they're battling each other, which is not helping. You know, sometimes I think, do you want to battle for 6th place, or do you want to keep it clean and let's push forward and try and get 4th or 3rd? So Snow White is pitting off the softs. So the softs lasted 8 laps. They could have probably gone 9 if my wheel was good. So the medium should quite comfortably get me up to lap 18. For me, the downside to pitting just 1 lap earlier is the last 10 laps are gonna feel painful. It's just going to be feeling like it's just going on and on. So still early, I guess. I was kind of thinking these 3 guys at some point will pit. And I was looking in that list for who originally got pole position, who was in first place, and it was Chima, the guy behind me, but I forgot that it was him. And I thought, well, the guy behind me, the guy who got pole, in my mind, where is he? I couldn't find him. I started to lose bearings on where people are, where they're meant to be, meaning who hasn't pitted. I don't know if all that made sense, but so I don't know what lap I started to relax, but they've always felt the pressure. So this is Ice Motorsport. And I kind of, in my mind, and I think I was right, he hasn't pitted yet, so I knew his tyres are going to be gone. And I don't know if he was accidentally going out wide, but it was like he was opening up the door, sort of waving a white flag. So I knew straight away, I don't think this guy's pitted, so I should actually go for the pass straight away. Be not aggressive, but assertive. So there's Chima eventually going for the pass and looking quite loose as well. I was hoping his battles with Wacker would have chewed out his tyres quite a bit. So give him the position at the moment, but hopefully at a certain point I'll be able to take it back. And luckily this second stint my wheel behaved itself. Catching up to second place. So Sefism pitting off his mediums, putting me up to third, as you can see. Trying to stick with, oh, look at that. Lost a bit of grip there. If I could have passed him, I would have. But unfortunately, I just didn't have the momentum to pull it off. Initially I thought I was just going to be flying past him, but then I began to slow down as well. And now I've got Wacker on my tail. Yeah, there were little moments in this race I thought, when is it going to end? That's right, yep, there it is. Oh, that was so lucky. At this point I was thinking I should say to him at the end of the race, thanks for the clean race, because I'm assuming he just lost sight of his break point, and because of all of that, that sent me off the track. That distraction, giving me a half-second penalty. But yeah, going down into that corner, I could see him in my rearview mirror just flying in. I pretty much knew at that speed he's going to overshoot the corner. So it's just that split second, hold your line, stay straight, don't turn in, and just let him go. And you know, I thought that would have put him 2, 3, 4 seconds behind, and yet he's only 1.2, so I was quite lucky with that. But 1.5 now. I remember thinking I've really got to push and get away from him. Kept telling myself, just stay calm on the corners, don't push them too hard. I was surprised how quick that was, that penalty. So Mazad, I think that's how you pronounce his name. He's actually doing quite well. I'm not too sure, I get the feeling he's done a mediums no stopper, I'm assuming. And then second place Chima, so he's actually quite far away. 3 laps to go. and I've still got Wacker on my tail, so I was just hanging on for dear life, trying to hold on to third place. Every time Wacker would get close, I kept thinking he's just going to be overtaking me any time, and then there's this little moment where he just drops back a bit. I don't know if that's dirty air, can only assume so. I'm just looking at the race in the bottom right hand corner. I've just realised that the time is out, so something went amiss there. So it looks like the recording in the bottom right hand corner has had about 2 seconds sliced out of it. So sorry about that. I don't know how long that's been going on for. Two laps remaining, and I've got Wacker at bay. I started to get a bit of confidence that I was able to hold him off. These mediums are getting a little bit sore, and I did notice there's Snow White is right up behind him, so I think they might be Wacker might be driving a little bit defensively there, causing him to slow down. I just had a feeling also that I was catching up with Chima. And so I guess on that note, I was hoping that Chima's tyres were starting to die. So you can see here I'm really starting to catch him up now. And Mazza is not too far away. He's only 5.9 seconds ahead. And so I thought maybe on the final lap he's going to pit for tyres. And yet, no, he stays out. So I did start second, and at this point I was pretty happy with where I was on podium, and probably more so focused on Wacker behind me than Chima in front. And I guess the reason for that is if I focus on Wacker, he's quite far behind. He's over a second behind. That helps me relax a bit more than the idea of trying to catch Chima and overtake him where anything can go wrong. So focusing on Wacker behind me and just not really worrying about Chima, I was content with. So Wacker has dropped back quite a bit now, and it's the last few corners, and this is where I feel like I was really putting the pressure on Chima. But last few corners I was hoping he'd go out wide or bin it, unfortunately. It was probably around here. I thought that's it. It's done. So it looks like Snow White has passed Wacker for fourth place, starting second, coming home in third. I was pretty chuffed with that. Like I said, top 4 places were over 100, so 106 points. Hope you enjoyed that stream, guys. Hit the like button if you don't mind. Post your streams, I do enjoy them, and see you in the next one.